at the moment, but he, as a goalkeeper and with his feet, is fantastic as well. And the way Spurs want to play and Pochettino wants to play, he wants his goalkeeper involved, building the play up, starting the play from the back. So he's a really important player for them.
Thiago Motta, the Paris Saint-Germain captain, he's now 34 years of age. He's been around a long time. Of course, he had a spell with Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, went to Italy then to Genoa and Inter Milan. So he's been around for quite a while, the Brazilian. He's had a great career. He is Brazilian, although he's been capped by Italy. And as you can see, Trapp is back in goal for PSG for this one. And Cavani, big number 9 from Uruguay, will start up front. Lots of substitutes for these games. It's pretty much take your pick when it comes to substitutions in these games. Pastore and Guedes either side of Cavani in attack, and Alves there in his usual position at right back. Kevin Trapp, the German, just one international cap, but he's a talented goalkeeper as well. There's the Tottenham starting 11, and a few less familiar names, as we were saying. And I think it would take me till half-time to name all those substitutes, Pat.
There's certainly a lot of them there. And like you say, he's picked a young enough team, but the central core of it is still fairly strong. Lloris, Vertonghen, Dembele, Dyer, Eriksen, and even Janssen to a point. Harry Kane obviously would start normally, but strong down the middle. He's gone for a little bit of youth in the wide areas and full-back areas, which will be interesting to see.
Referee Ted Uncle gets us underway in Orlando. PSG in the yellow colours, obviously playing right to left. This is Rabiot. Goes all the way back to Kevin Trapp. There has been some rain in Orlando, as I was saying earlier on in the day. Thankfully, no rain at the moment. Conditions underfoot reasonable. Chance of a break here already, though, for PSG. They've men over in the middle. Rabiot towards Cavani, and his header is off target, but already danger signs.
Yeah, Tottenham caught with both of their central midfielders in Dyer and Dembele ahead of the ball, and lost possession of the ball and had no real protection in front of the back four. And Paris Saint-Germain attacked with 3 or 4 players, and like you say, a ball into the box. Difficult header because there's not a lot of pace on the ball, but a good start from PSG.
A shot across Tottenham's bows anyway in the opening minute. PSG took the lead against Roma before conceding a second half equaliser, but going on to win that game in a penalty shootout. If this game finishes level here in Orlando, there will be a penalty shootout to decide the outcome. This is Zawa. Goes back to Kimpembe. He to the goalkeeper Trapp.
You can see already Paris Saint-Germain all comfortable on the ball, all want a little short, sharp passes, and you know Tottenham going to be careful because they are looking to press up high on them, but they'll be able to pick you off very easy.
Great ball by Dani Alves to Kurzawa, and that was a chance and well cut out in the centre in the end by Cameron Carter-Vickers. Again, a good attack from PSG, and great awareness from Dani Alves to pick out Kurzawa to set that one up.
Yeah, it's good defending from Carter Vickers because he wasn't sure where his goalkeeper was coming from, so he took no chances and put it straight out.
Kurzawa raiding down the left again, but referee rules against Paris Saint-Germain, and a chance for Tottenham to clear their lines. Good positive start to the game for the Frenchman. You can see Mauricio Pochettino. What a job he's done at Tottenham, finishing second in the Premier League last season. Really superb.
His problem is he can only better that by going and winning it this season. So, and there's probably 4 or 5 teams in that category as well. They've all strengthened their squads, bar probably Tottenham. You know, but he has done a fantastic job. They were brilliant to watch last year. Tottenham, some really great attacking players, and when you seen them, they were very, very good. You know, from back to front. The European record wasn't brilliant. I think that's one thing he'd like to improve on this year. Same as probably Paris Saint-Germain.
Of course, Tottenham went out in the group stage of the Champions League last season, advanced to the Europa League, but then went out fairly tamely in the Europa. I think improving on that second place finish last season falls into the easier said than done category. That is for certain, Pat. Dyer gives it back to Lloris. Carter Vickers on it now. Dyer once more. That was a dangerous ball from Dyer there. That was a bit too casual, really. Chance for Paris Saint-Germain. Can they get the shot away? Dyer's atoning for his error somewhat. That's just over. But that was casual.
Yeah, it's very sloppy from Dyer. Tottenham have started the game sloppy. Their passing hasn't been good, hasn't been crisp. Paris Saint-Germain very sharp with the ball. I think that was Mota with a shot from distance, just rolled back to him, strikes it, didn't get over it too much, but Lloris had it covered. But Dyer sloppy with the ball in possession there, gave away very cheaply.
This, of course, is Tottenham's first real game. They did have a match in Hong Kong back in May, but basically it's their first game of the season. Paris with that game against Roma a few days ago, and I wonder, is that little bit of sharpness maybe even just from one game there?
Yeah, I think so, and like I said, Paris Saint-Germain looking to a competitive game next week, so they should be ahead in pre-season. That sharpness, like you say, that game against Roma will have brought them on, and like this game will be for Tottenham, it'll bring the players on. You know, you can train all you want, but that sharpness of playing and being put under pressure, you know, teams pressing it, being able to move the ball quickly, that's obviously what pre-season is for, and they've just been a little bit sloppy at the start so far.
Long towards Anoma. Good control by Josh Anoma, the lad from Enfield. Just ran out of space down that left-hand side. Dani Alves happy to shepherd him out over the line. Mota. Confident play from Paris Saint-Germain at the back. Kurzawa. Good ball by Kurzawa to Rabiot, and a chance here for Paris Saint-Germain. Cavani in the centre, and it's 1-0. Flag stays down, goal counts, and Paris Saint-Germain lead after just 5.5 minutes. And it's that man, Edinson Cavani. Rabiot with the break, and a clinical finish from the Uruguayan.
Yeah, it's good finish. Rabiot, like you said, did really well because he held the play, held the ball for a time that he's going to play it into Cavani's path. Here you see a great little play at the back, nice and confident, their own 18-yard box, pop it around, get it out wide. I think it's the other centre half. It's Carton Vickers, dives in a little bit there, gets caught out, and here you see he just waits and waits. Great way to pass, and he's not going to miss from there, Cavani.
No chance for Lloris. Cavani from 9 yards out, stroking it home for his first goal of the season. His strike rate last season was extraordinary. In 36 league matches, Cavani scored 35 goals. So he's picked up where he left off last season.
Yeah, it's phenomenal, like you say, his goal-scoring record. And, you know, he's a fantastic player. And when you give him chances like that, he doesn't miss too many. But, like I said from the start, Tottenham have been sloppy. Even there, young centre-half Carter Vickers get caught, dive into a challenge, too easy picked off. And they're running at Tottenham's, you know, 2 defenders, 3 defenders with 4 attacking players for Paris Saint-Germain. They've got to tidy up a little bit at times, Tottenham, particularly the 2 defensive midfielders who are experienced players, in Dembele and Dyer. They haven't got hold of that little area at the moment.
It is Paris Saint-Germain who had much the better of the opening 7 minutes. That's reflected in the scoreline. Again, they spread the ball wide out to this left-hand side. Kurzawa raiding forward again. Loves to get forward, of course, Kurzawa. A decent run there again and nearly picked it up, but chance for Tottenham to get it away. Ball from Eriksson. Goes out wide towards Nkudu. He goes all the way back to Lloris. Carter Vickers. Carter Vickers there, he's played underage for America, played under 23 for the Americans. His father, a basketball professional from America. That's how he qualifies.
Yeah, and he's certainly going to get a test tonight with Cavani. He's got a test so far already, and here you see it, ball getting Rabiot into the back post, and like I said, he's not going to miss from there with his right foot. You know, confident finish, stroke to home. And I think that's been coming since the start of the game. Tottenham have been poor defensively. They need to settle down, get their foot in the ball a little bit, get the likes of Eriksen on the ball, who's a fantastic player for them.
Kimpembe is happy to give it back to Trapp. Kimpembe once again. Rabiot is his pass to Cavani for the opening goal. Rabiot dispossessed there though. Dyer gives it back to Carter Vickers. This time he gets his pass away. Neat little turn there by Vertonghen as well. Gives it out to Anoma on the left wing for Tottenham. Janssen is in the centre. He's the only white shirt in the box at the moment. Here's Dyer. Across this near side now. Tottenham going from left to right. Bailey. Move breaks down for Tottenham though. Just a chance for them maybe to put a few passes together. Noma again. Kyle Walker-Peters. Bit of possession for Tottenham at least.
Yeah, and that's what's been missing since the start. If they've put their foot in the ball now, got a few passes in. Vertonghen started stepping into midfield and play the ball out wide, but Paris Saint-Germain look like they're happy at times to just drop off them, let them have possession.
Let's see if they can do it this one now. Break forward, a shot from distance. Oh, what a goal! And what an equaliser for Tottenham. Out of nothing. An absolute doozy.
Oh, well, some strike from Eriksen. I just spoke about him saying he is a quality player for him. I loved watching him last year. I thought he was player of the year, to be honest, in the league. And he was different class. And here you see, I'm not sure whether this takes a little deflection on its way in. But again, good build-up play from Tottenham. Keep the ball. Started sloppy. But here you see Eriksen just stepping in, looking forward, and it's a fantastic strike. And there's no stopping that. See it here. I don't think it did. I think it just looped up and over the keeper. Maybe caught the underside of the crossbar on its way in. You see it here. Fantastic strike from Eriksen. Yeah, just hits the underneath of the crossbar and a brilliant goal.
That was worth the admission money alone. What a strike from Christian Eriksen. Straight away, play down the far end of the field, and Paris Saint-Germain close to going back in front, having just conceded. What's that old cliche about being at your most vulnerable when you've just scored? And
like I said at the start, there will be goals, and both teams have gone for it, particularly Paris Saint-Germain. But what a strike from Eriksen that time, and again switch off maybe a little bit at the tip off, and nearly conceded straight away, like you say.
Chance now for Paris Saint-Germain maybe to create something from this free kick. Oh, the stadium is still buzzing after that strike from Eriksen. It was one of those goals that you'll never forget, having witnessed that one. Absolute cracker. Standing over the ball. Lo Celso, number 18. And Pastore. Lo Celso to take. Aim towards the back post, and the header just wide.
Yeah, good ball in from Lo Celso, like you say, left foot, bending around to the back post, and should have done better with the header. Really, he was a free enough header for Marquisio at the back post.
Kurzawa gives it back to Kimpembe. Trapp. It's back over this side then to Kimpembe. Patient play from Paris Saint-Germain. Maybe a bit casual again. It has the sense that maybe he wouldn't do that in a Champions League quarter-final. Trapp, but
Yeah, you can see the players have real confidence in him. Every time they've come under pressure, they've gone back to him, and he hasn't just launched it. He's looked to pick out a full-back or even pop her into midfield at times. Looks really comfortable on the ball trap.
Walker Peters in shot there a moment ago, playing right back tonight. And of course, Tottenham also have Trippier, who is probably more likely to replace Kyle Walker in right back when it comes to the Premier League season. But a good chance here for Kyle Walker Peters, just 20 years of age, to impress the manager against Paris Saint-Germain. Kurzawa seeing plenty of the ball in this opening 13 or 14 minutes. Kimpembe, that was almost a good ball.
Yeah, it was a switch of play in the centre half, like you say. Nearly picked him out on the far side. And here you see Eriksen's goal again. It's just fantastic strike. And there's no stopping that. The goalkeeper, it's come just clipped the underside of the crossbar. But Tottenham hadn't been in the game up to that, and it takes a wonder strike to get them back into the game, because they've started the game really poorly. But a great goal from Eriksen. I know people spoke about Kane and making sure to keep Kane. I think Eriksen's the one. I think he makes them tick. I think he's the one that, you know, fires all the ammunition for Kane at times as well. He's a fantastic player. Very difficult to mark the way he plays. He drifts into little areas high up the pitch off Kane and drops deep as well. But technically, excellent player.
69 caps for Denmark has Christian Eriksen. He played 36 times for Tottenham in the league last season, so Pochettino a fan of his as well, that's for certain. Here's Dyer over to Vertonghen. This is a bit better now from Tottenham again. Janssen is in the middle, able to get his cross in there. Ben Davies. That's the Welshman to take the throw, and they just got their wires crossed there slightly. Chance for PSG to
it's the first time really Ben Davies has got forward on that left hand side, and they have a little chance there because Paris Saint-Germain seem to play a little bit narrow, back four, very narrow at times, defending the width of the 80-yard box, so they might get a little bit joy in wide areas.
Dyer looking to get Walker Peters away, but PSG have it covered. Kimpembe again, a ball inside that his manager maybe wouldn't appreciate. Gives Tottenham a chance to build something here. Walker Peters making his way into the box. He's got support there from Eriksen. Good little ball inside from the Dane. Lots of yellow shirts back for PSG, and eventually they can get it away. There's Dani Alves looking for the long ball, right to left. Good ball as well out to Lo Celso. His ball to Cavani is a peach. He's doing just enough, but still there for PSG, and it's over the bar from Pastore. Chance.
Yeah, it was a chance. Lloris did really well. Read one for in through to Cavani. Here's he takes on his chest. Keeper's out, gets a hand to it, doesn't go too far. And it's a decent chance. There's 2 or 3 Tottenham players and a goalkeeper between, you know, him and the goal. So had to try bender in Pastore, but he just lifted it too far over the crossbar. But it's been a very, very good game. Technically, both teams really good. Paris Saint-Germain passing the ball for fun in their own box as well and trying to build their play up for a pre-season friendlies. Real good tempo to it as well.
It's lived up to my expectations. I must say I was really looking forward to this game. I thought 2 good football teams. And they've given us a very exciting opening 16 minutes. I think the offside flag is going up there. It is indeed. Janssen just mistiming his run.
Yeah, again, it's Eriksen, I think, with the through ball, and good line from Paris Saint-Germain. Held the line, let Janssen run in behind him, and clearly offside.
Dani Alves gives it back to his goalkeeper. Oh, and it's gone into the net. What a calamity for PSG. We were talking, Pat, about how casual both teams have been actually at times at the back. That is just... We've seen a brilliant goal from Tottenham, and now we've seen an absolute joke of a goal, but they'll take them all.
Well, what I've said earlier on, Trapp, they obviously have real confidence in him because everything is passed back to him. Normally there, he's under pressure, you just put your foot through. Here you see it, pass back, clear your lines, there's nothing on. Tries to play a ball through, and that's a sitting midfielder pressing the ball for Tottenham. Dyer, I think. But this one's just got to go up the pitch. I know they want to play, but at times there's a place and a time.
That was ridiculous, wasn't it?
He won't get an easier goal than that, Dyer.
Eric Dyer with a big smile on his face, and why it's 2-1 for Tottenham inside the opening 20 minutes, but the play comes down. We can't catch our breath here. It's from one end to the other. Eric Dyer making it 2-1 for Tottenham, and with a goal that he'll remember for a while.
Certainly taking them tip off very quickly, all right, because about time Tottenham has scored, they've been straight in the box and a chance off both of them. Again, a ball into the box there, another good chance for PSG, but peculiar game at the moment because it's been real quality. Fantastic goal from Eriksen, and like you say, very peculiar goal from Dyer. And Paris Saint-Germain probably being the better side, but find themselves 2-1 down.
It's funny, we're smiling, Pat, and yet when you see Emery's face there on the sidelines, I don't think he's impressed with that at all.
No, he won't be impressed with that. I mean, that's poor play from the goalkeeper. I know, you know, managers, they want to try play out, but there's a time and a place. You just put your foot through. He's under too much pressure there. He doesn't have many options. He's trying to tread a ball through, you know, in his own 18-yard box, and it's a poor goal to give away.
So after a dream start with that goal on 6 minutes from Cavani, this game has turned around completely with that cracker from Christian Eriksen. And the second goal from Eric Dyer. Important header there. Ben Davies putting out that cross.
It was a good header, like you say. Good ball into the box, and Cavani's just at the near post, and Ben Davies does really well to get that one up and over the crossbar. Ball in from Dani Alves.
You can see what Dani Alves will bring to this side. He may be 34 years of age, but he's still got something to offer by the looks of it.
Oh, look, he's been a fantastic player through his career, and he just bombs up and down the line. He still looks like he has that energy and will to do that, and his delivery at times is first class.
It's Lo Celso with this delivery. In swinger with the left foot. Nobody able to make contact, but PSG recycle it. This is Rabiot. Good feet from Rabiot. Play continues. Referee allows the advantage there after PSG player went down under challenge. Tottenham coming away, and I think we might see our first yellow card of the night here.
Yeah, I think that's what you call a good yellow card experience, I think, from, I think it was Thiago Motta, was it?
Yeah.
He knew maybe they were in a little bit of trouble there, and he just dragged Eriksen to the ground.
Got away with it as
Spurs
well.
player breaking. I think it's Janssen on the far side, and yeah, if Eriksen gets himself torn there, he's got a chance to pick him out. So I suppose it's, if you're Paris Saint-Germain, is what we call a good foul.
Absolutely, yeah. The referee, Ted Unkel, keeping his cards in his pocket for the moment anyway, so Motta has got away with that one. Noma looking to turn there, but Dani Alves, experienced head on him. Putting it out. It's a good ball from Alves as well, in behind the Tottenham defence, just too much on it. Almost a very good ball.
Yeah, it was very unlucky to say from Alves. Tried to pick out in between the full-back and the centre-half. Just a little bit too much on it.
Gonçalo Guedes, the Portuguese winger who almost got on the end of that one. Guedes, still only 20 years of age. He made his international debut when he was 18. I think he was the youngest player to make his debut for Portugal since Cristiano Ronaldo, so he's following in good footsteps. Yeah, they look a real threat down that right-hand side with, like you say, Alves and Guedes, you know, quick, wants to get in behind the full-back as well at times. It's a good ball inside from Christian Eriksen. This time it's cut out though by Kimpembe. Motta. Kurzawa turning. No free kicks as the referee. Kurzawa gives the ball away again in a dangerous position. Eriksen inside to Dyer. That's a good pass from Dyer as well. This is good build-up play by Tottenham. Room on the right-hand side for Walker-Peters. Can he pick out the cross? He can, and an almost shot goes over the bar. Crowd are being entertained here, that's for sure.
Certainly are. It's end-to-end stuff at the moment. Like you say, good player, good play from Walker-Peters down the right-hand side. Just stands it up at the back post. I think it's a no, as it just skies it over the bar.
Nkudu actually with the effort just over the bar. The Frenchman Georges Nkudu. Under 21 international. Rabiot picks it up in midfield for PSG. Pastore was making a run down the left-hand side for him. Rabiot didn't pick him out. Goes back to Kimpembe. Now Pastore receives. just closing down Dani Alves on that right wing. Marquinhos. Rabiot. Good ball from Rabiot. Kurzawa once again supporting the attack. Cavani in the box. Can he get a shot away? No. Plenty of white shirts there to make the block in the end. I think it was Vertonghen with that important block inside the box. Was indeed. Again, PSG showing moving forward and showing what a threat they can be. Guedes. Inside again. The ball is over towards the back post. Guedes there on the side of the corner.
Yeah, they've got real attacking threat, haven't they, with Guedes and Rabiot. Looks a fantastic player already in this game, but good skill from Guedes, and the fullback does well, gives away a corner kick.
Big men come up for this one. Just past midway in the first half. PSG trailing 2-1. Pastore, the Argentine, with the corner and the header on target. Easy enough save for Lloris in the end.
Yeah, it's a great ball in from Pastore into the box with his right foot. Great ball in, and a good header as well. Gets it on target. Cavani again. Lloris is nice and easy in good position for him.
Dyer. Walker Peters, who again is happy to get forward and support the attack. Got his boot in, the 21-year-old centre half.
Yeah, Walker Peters, he looks like a bit like Kyle Walker. He wants to get forward all the time, you know, and he's gotten to some real good attacking positions. His delivery's been quite good as well. Ball into the back post earlier on. It's been a good start for him.
As you were saying, Pat, as well, some of those young defenders to be facing up to players of the quality of Cavani and Pastore, guys like that, Rabiot, a real test for them. Chance again now for Paris Saint-Germain to put further pressure on Tottenham. Too much on that, but Cavani is able to keep it in, and that's a clever ball inside from Cavani, and very well done. And that was a confident piece of play by Cameron Carter-Vickers to allow the ball through to his keeper.
Yeah, it was. He stepped up it, like you say. It was a decent ball in the outside of the foot from Cavani, just trying to bend it into the path of the player. And I think it was Carter-Vickers just stepped over and let it run through to his goalkeeper.
Once again, it's Kyle Walker-Peters. One of the double-barreled surnames in this Tottenham lineup tonight. Dembele checking his options. Dyer across the far side to Ben Davies. Back inside Dembele once again. Build-up play this by Tottenham. Passing move, and then Kudu, low cross into the box. PSG do just enough.
Yeah, Tottenham have grown into the game, and for all their attacking threat, PSG, they still look a little bit vulnerable at the back for me. Both centre-halves not at the game yet, but Tottenham definitely grown in confidence, popping the ball around a lot better than opening PSG up at will at the moment.
They did concede too many goals last season, I think, PSG, for their supporters and management's liking. Might be an area, rather than a Neymar, maybe they should be looking at a really big name centre.
Yeah, well, I think when you see they brought in two full-backs as well, a left and a right back this year, he understands that. He knows that that's, because when you look through their, even their European record, they conceded a lot of goals in games. Obviously that hammering at Barcelona after being 4-0 up, but even in their league games and the previous games in Europe, they conceded a lot of goals.
Here's Walker Peters, again supporting the attack. Ericsson, his ball is almost through to Nkudu, but Dani Alves was alive to the threat. Gave the ball away though, Alves. Tottenham have won it back. Persistent play by the young Frenchman. Nkudu, Dembele, Janssen. Just got his feet mixed up there. Vincent Janssen. Motta. Goes out as far as Guedes. Rabiot. Headway. rid of this one a bit quicker than he did. And Dyer closed it down for the second goal. And Tottenham's lead. It was a meaty challenge for a pre-season friendly.
Yeah, he's a bit late for Tongan, come through the back of him there. It's like you say, I think the referee has let that one go as well. That's one each now. He may be clamped down on the next one. He's a little bit high there for Tongan. You know what's late and naughty in a pre-season game, like you say. But I'd say that's one each for both. And I'd say the ref is saying, well, maybe the next one from either is going in the book, because he can't let it get out of hand neither. The game has been good, played at a real good tempo. You know, it'll be interesting to see how long it lasts at that tempo in the heat, humidity.
Vanny knew he was offside there. There was no point in him chasing down that pass. The ball is back with Tottenham. Cameron Carter-Vickers, just 19 years of age. Lots of youngsters on the pitch. A good mix of young and more experienced players. Ball was aimed out towards Walker Peters, but Kurzawa was there. Pass through for Cavani. Cavani will get a shot away, but Lloris is able to hold on to it. Such a threat, Cavani, though. He's always on the shoulder of the defender.
He's a threat every way. Coming short, he's a threat, but like you say, down the side of centre halves, down the side of Vertonghen that time. Nice and easy for Lloris in the end.
Dyer opts to give it back to his keeper. Tottenham looking to build it from the back. There's a little bit more of a swagger to Tottenham's passing, having taken the lead in this game. Goes by Walker Peters. Gets it back from Eriksson. Every opportunity Walker Peters is getting forward to attack. Maybe that's left a little bit of space at the back now. PSG might be able to exploit that. Cavani making the run on the left-hand side, but the pass just really didn't give him any sort of a chance at all there from Lo Celso.
No, I think Lo Celso probably just stayed on a little bit too long. He's thought about Cavani maybe coming inside for it, but he was looking at down the side of the centre half again. I thought he just delayed the pass a little bit too long for Cavani, and when he did play it, it was well overhit.
Very South American look to the PSG attack with Cavani, Uruguayan, leading the line, and Lo Celso and Pastore from Argentina also helping out in attack. That's evidence there of the heat and humidity in Orlando for this game. The temperature gauge still showing 27 degrees, half an hour into the game, and a drinks break.
Yeah, the first 20-odd minutes, like you say, is for me is shown, you know, how the game has changed in relation to goalkeepers. Both goalkeepers, you know, both managers, both teams want to play out from the back, but both keepers really good with their feet. Trapp obviously has got himself into trouble in one of the goals, but even Lloris at times looking to always play out. There hasn't been too many balls punted from back to front, and I think that shows you, you know, the way goalkeeping has changed. They've got to be obviously really good with their hands, but really important to have. And I think even with, you know, Man City changing the goalkeeper because maybe he wasn't as good at his feet as they would have liked, shows you the way the game's changing a little bit for goalkeepers.
If you're joining us a little bit late, this was the opening goal from Cavani after 6 minutes. Rabiot setting him up. Great finish by the Uruguayan. That was the perfect start for Paris Saint-Germain. 1-0 up. And then this happened. What a goal. I could just watch that all night. Christian Eriksen.
It just shows you what football is like. You see that goal from Eriksson there, fantastic, and then this is a calamity of a goal for Paris Saint-Germain and for Trapp in goal. Just put your boot through this. There's no need for it. Just there's nowhere to play there, and he just puts himself in all sorts of problems.
Dire goal for Tottenham and a dire goal to concede for Paris Saint-Germain. So they've had their little water break. Interesting as well that most of the PSG players, as you can see there, have had sort of wet towels over their heads and around their necks.
Yeah, I'd say they've been in the ice bucket, nice and cold, keeping them calm. I'm sure Tottenham will be delighted with that. Like you say, it's their first real game, real warm humidity, and you know the players will lose a lot of weight tonight in this game. You know, and again, I think you'll see Tottenham probably make a few more changes earlier than Paris Saint-Germain because it is their first game.
Tottenham with a loaded substitute bench. It's one of those games, Pat, if you're saying that the players are going to lose weight playing in this heat, I kind of wish I was playing myself.
Yeah, that's where the medical staff and the strength and conditioning people and all the sports science people come into play. Obviously monitor the players, what they lose they put back on fairly quickly. You know, the clubs are so far ahead now, but preparation, you can't, you know, buy this sort of stuff, and you know, you can train all you want, but you're getting real game time here, sharpness, and getting worked really hard for a pre-season game. Like I said, the tempo's been really good, end-to-end stuff, really good game.
Pretty hectic week for Tottenham as well. They play Roma on Tuesday in Houston, and then it's over to Nashville to take on Manchester City next Saturday. PSG will play Juve in Miami on Wednesday in their third and final game in the International Cup. International Champions Cup, the teams will play 3 games apiece. And of course, PSG have already played one with that draw against Roma, which they went on to claim victory in with the penalty shootout. Kudu. Patient build-up play from Tottenham. The ball finds its way across. The flag has stayed down, and that's an unbelievably cheeky effort. Eventually, the goalkeeper Trapp is able to save, but I must say, I thought Ben Davies was offside there.
Yeah, he liked to see it from the other angle, but luckily he looked off. So a great little back heel. I think it's from
Ben Davies.
Yeah, it was Ben Davies. I don't know what he was doing in that position, but it's a good little play from Tottenham again. Look, nice little passes around the box, and again Ben Davies was in.
There's Kurzawa. Passes inside and gets it back. Kurzawa. Pastore. Oh, good feet from Pastore. No free kick.
Yeah, it looked like a free kick. Pastore, like you say, quick feet, moved the ball nice and quick. Dembele, I think, just goes through, and that looks like a free kick to me all day.
Well, the referee was pretty well positioned, Ted Uncle. He says play on. 10 minutes to the break. Tottenham still leading by 2-1. What has been a really interesting and entertaining first half here, as PSG press for more. And look at the space here for Pastore in the box, and it must be, it is, it's an equaliser. It's 2-2. Pastore, the equaliser for PSG.
Yeah, it's
How did he have that much space, Pat?
It's a great finish, but the defending has been dreadful from both teams, to be fair. It's he still has a little bit to do, but like you say, he's in acres of space there. I don't know where Walker Peters is. He's obviously high up the park, steps inside, just bends it into the top corner. Like you say, he's got acres of space here. He doesn't rush it, takes his time, gets it onto his right foot and just curls it into the top corner. Great finish from Pastore.
36 minutes in, and it's already 2-2. Very composed finish from him, all right, wasn't it, Pastore?
Yeah, but like you say, a lot of space on that right back position for Tottenham. We spoke about Walker Peters earlier, wanting to join up the attack all the time. He's just got to try and mix that up a little bit, make sure Spurs have good possession before he decides he wants to get forward. There's a little worry now for Paris Saint-Germain. The one thing you don't want to pick up in pre-season is an injury to key players. You know, you want to get through, you want to get players fit. The one thing for managers that are always weary of pre-season is just picking up injuries.
It's Rabiot here, who's receiving a bit of treatment. Looks like the left ankle.
And he's been very good early in the game. His movement, he picks up great position. Watching him on the park, he gets into great little areas to receive the ball, and he's very, very good player.
Looks like it isn't too serious, but as you say, given the situation that they have important matches coming up over the next couple of weeks, if there's any kind of a danger, I'm sure they won't let him stay on for too long, Rabiot, but he looks okay, he's moving all right.
Yeah, I think it was more of a knock or a kick maybe, you know. Then ones you don't get too worried about, because you know they can probably run it off, or like you say, you can take them off and he'll recover quickly. It's the muscle injuries, it's the one where there's a little bit of fatigue, and that's why it's so important that they monitor it and make sure players get enough time, you know, and then when they are getting into that area of being tired pre-seasons, make sure you get them off before they do pick up injuries.
Javier Pastore, who scored that equaliser for PSG there in the number 10 jersey, and of course he inherited that famous PSG number 10 jersey from a certain Ibrahimovic.
That's a hard act to follow that from.
Hard act to follow, that is sure. But he certainly took that goal very well. Pastore, the Argentine international. Ooh, the kick there by Dani Alves. The referee saw that.
And he wasn't happy, Alves. I think he just held them off and you know, just had a little kicker in as he played the ball back.
Picture of innocence there.
Picture of experience.
Well, Nkudu is 22 years of age, but he's very little game time for Tottenham. He's quite inexperienced up against a very, very experienced fullback, as Pat's saying there. A chance for Spurs, maybe, for the break. Good delivery into the box, and a threat! Ooh, that was close. Gone for a corner kick. It might have come off one of the defenders' heads.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I thought a Tottenham player headed that, but it was a great ball in again. Is a Tottenham player? Is it?
I think it might have been Motta.
Dyer, or was it Motta?
Between Dyer and Motta.
Yeah, it was a great ball in. It was a great ball into the box, and like you said, I thought it came off a Tottenham head, but obviously the referee has seen it come off a Paris Saint-Germain head as a corner kick.
Spurs go short. This time Anoma towards the back post. Goes all the way back to Hugo Lloris. Carter Vickers demanding the ball off the keeper, which is nice to see from a 19-year-old. Dani Alves. Motta is across to Kimpembe now. A little bit of room for him. He goes long. Offside flag is up though against Guedes.
He shouldn't be caught offside there because he's looking across the lines. One thing drives you mad as a manager in wide areas, wide players getting caught offside when you can see the whole pitch. You know, just hold your run and wait for the pass.
Guedes, who signed for PSG for a fee of €30 million from Benfica. A couple of international caps now for Portugal. Kudu lost his footing there for a moment, but he managed to get back up and turn. Good little break there by the young Frenchman. Alves again not giving him too much space.
Yeah, he's having a right battle with him, Nkudu, isn't he? And in fairness to him, he's standing up to Alves. Alves got really tight to him at the moment, you know, but it's a good little battle going on there.
Dani Alves saying to him, this is only my second game for PSG, you're not going to make a mug of me. Here's Nkudu again. Good play by Tottenham. Eriksson, the scorer of the first Tottenham goal. Slightly casual defending again from Marquinhos. Janssen. Eriksson. Janssen again gets the shot away, but no real trouble for Kevin Trapp.
No, it was a poor effort from Janssen, but again, Paris Saint-Germain trying to play their way out of trouble, got picked off by Tottenham. Good press, got the ball back, and Janssen, weak shot, didn't trouble the goalkeeper from there.
Well, Marquinhos with the pass forward, the foul committed by Davies. Free kick PSG. Davies came to Tottenham from Swansea, a Welsh international. There's Rabiot. He looks to be fine after the treatment he received there a few minutes ago. Kurzawa, loose pass from him. Chance for Tottenham to build. Again, another loose pass, something that's been a bit of a feature in this first half. And it looks like Dyer has taken a knock there.
Yeah, it's a few little tasty challenges going in at the moment. It's good, like I said, it's a good tempo to the game, and well, it's Dyer on the ground. You know, he looks like he's holding maybe his groin area, and maybe overstretched a little bit. The ball was a little bit short, and we had to stretch in to try retrieve it, and hopefully he hasn't done too much damage.
As you say, for any manager though, pre-season, to see any of his players hitting the deck in a situation like this.
See here, he just looks like he's probably just, I'm not sure, he might have caught the heel of the Paris Saint-Germain player in the midriff himself, and he's just feeling it, but maybe got in an area where nobody wants to get it, but he's up on his feet, and we just count to 10.
He's a big lad, Eric Dyer.
Yeah, I think he's fine. I think he just, like I said, it's a little bit short. on Dembele that time, and I think he just caught the heel of the Paris Saint-Germain player as he was going down.
Plenty of support for both sides in the stadium. Of course, this is kind of a bonus, I suppose, for a lot of Tottenham and Paris Saint-Germain fans who might be in Florida on their summer holidays anyway. Chance to see them perform here against each other.
Yeah, and it shows you how the game has grown in the USA. You know, even the MLS, the crowds have been, you know, watching some of the games, very, very big crowds at the games, and to be able to attract some of the teams that they've attracted here, they're obviously trying to sell and push the game as much as they can, and they've got some quality teams from all over the world playing in the States at the moment. Great to see. You know, and you would feel that if the game grows there, they should become a really, really good team at international level as well, because there's so many people there and so many participating in the sport as it builds up. But to get the quality of teams they've got there is a fantastic achievement.
A lot of good teams competing in this International Champions Cup in America. I mentioned that Barcelona Juve were playing earlier on. Barca were 2-1 winners. Neymar got both goals. They led 2-0 at half-time. Juve pulled one back in the second half. Real Madrid, Barcelona, Manchester United, Manchester City, Paris Saint-Germain, Roma, Juve. Lots of top clubs competing over the next few days. The next match is Real Madrid against Manchester United tomorrow, which is a pretty tasty one as well. Be a Tottenham throw.
Yeah, game just gone a little bit scrappy in the last 3 or 4 minutes, maybe just tiredness setting in just as we get to half-time. The Tottenham have, you know, after maybe the first 15 minutes have grown into the ground, passed the ball around really well at times. PSG want to pass it everywhere and got cut out a little bit at the back, you know, trying to play little short balls with the goalkeeper and the back four, and Tottenham have pressed them really well.
Here's Kurzawa. That's a foul committed by Eric Dyer that time on Cavani.
Yeah, I think Cavani just seen that one coming. He's up nice and quick. He knew he was getting a free kick.
Just 1 minute of additional time at the end of this first half. And we're 30 seconds into that minute now, so perhaps a chance for one last attack. Rabiot. Dani Alves doing well to retain possession for the French side there. Bit of space now for Kurzawa on the left-hand side. Cavani is looking for it inside. Dummy from him. Shot gets away, but well, Guedes not really testing Hugo Lloris. And indeed, that will be the last action of this first half. 4 goals, plenty to entertain the crowd.
Yeah, it's very good first half, like you say, pre-season friendly, but both teams went at it from the start, and some very good goals, and obviously a very peculiar goal that you don't normally see at this level of football. But yeah, very enjoyable first half, and I think from a manager, if you're looking from a manager's point of view, the work rate, you know, the tempo of the game has been quite good.
So it's 2-2. Cavani and Pastore for PSG. Christian Eriksen with a cracker for Spurs, and Eric Dyer with a funny goal for Spurs. It's 2-2 at the break, and all to play for, as they say, in the second half.
Maybe an hour, you know, just to you know, give them a little bit more game time. Like I said, Tottenham I think will make a fair few changes at half time, because it is their first real competitive game, and it's that we spoke about earlier on about not picking up any injury, which is really important. Harry Kane looks like he's coming in instead of Janssen, I would imagine, you know, for 45 minutes. So
nice to be able to call on somebody like Harry Kane.
He's a nice goal threat to be able to bring on. Fantastic few seasons for Tottenham so far, and you know, it's just grown in confidence as a player. You know, his goal scoring has been brilliant, but his all-round game has improved immensely over the last few years as well.
We were talking about Cavani in the first half, scoring 35 goals in 36 games. Well, Harry Kane scored 29 in 30, so that was pretty impressive, and of course it won him the Golden Boot in the Premier League in England as well. Kevin Bimmer, we saw a shot of him there a moment ago, the Austrian defender for Tottenham. He's coming on for this second half as well. There is Harry Kane looking tanned. Jesse is on for PSG. He started against Roma during the week. Didn't manage to hit the net. Spaniard. He's from Las Palmas in the Canary Islands. Yes, eh?
Yeah, they may have taken Cavani off as well. Might be one that they're looking at. You know, he's so important to them as well that they don't want to risk him with anything. Matuidi's on as well, another fantastic player. You know, so a lot of changes going on at the moment.
Second half underway. They place Matuidi, the French international, on for this second half. Ready, the ball played towards Trapp. He's handled the ball outside the box there. And what does the referee do here? Well, it looks like he's going for the red card. Indeed he has. Trapp, well, it's just not his night really, is it?
He's just had one of them nights, hasn't he? And he knows he's looking to the sky saying, what am I doing? I don't know why he's coming out that far, because the ball has loads of pace on it. It's going to get to him. It's not stopping that he's got to come out to the edge of the box. But he finds himself in no man's land. Then obviously he thinks he's still in the box, puts his hand up and stops it. And Harry Kane thinks, I'm only on a couple of seconds here and I've got a chance of scoring. But that's going to run through to him. He doesn't need to be where he is. Positional sense very poor. And again, you know, it is a friendly, but the referee doesn't have much choice here. I don't think, Bart, to send him off. Well, handle it with both hands.
Yeah. For good measure, yeah. Yeah, I think the referee, Ted Uncle, was left with no option there by the laws of the game. Trapp had to walk.
Yeah, I think the ref will be a bit frustrated by that as well. It's probably the last thing he wants to do in the pre-season friendly, you know, bring one of the teams down to 10 men. But it's going to be a good workout definitely now for Paris Saint-Germain. And that extra man, you know, should tell in the heat and the humidity, and Tottenham should be able to stroke the ball around a little bit more. But he's had one of them nights. Trapped. The goal he conceded was very, very poor, and then finds himself in no man's land there for a goalkeeper and handles outside the box, and he's had the long walk off.
Matuidi has come on to replace Rabiot, and we're going to see a substitute goalkeeper coming on now. Alphonse Areola. He actually started the game against Roma during the week.
Yeah, I don't know why he's there, because like I said, there's loads of pace in that ball from Alderweireld that's going to run through to him, and just finds himself in a stupid position, and obviously he puts his hand up, then he's not aware of where he is, or he still thinks he's in the box. And
it rounds off a pretty miserable evening for him, though. He'd have to be held completely responsible for Eric Dyer's second goal for Tottenham as well. And his attempted clearance ricocheted off Dyer.
Yeah, and sometimes as a goalkeeper, you know, you be a goalkeeper. I know we all want you to play, but like stuff like that and the one in the first half, just, you know, we want you to be a goalkeeper. That's what you are. Be a good goalkeeper. That for me is running straight through to him, and he picks that up in the box. And a good chance for Tottenham right in the edge of the box, and they've got loads of players, Kane and Eriksen, around it, I think, at the moment.
And we've seen what Eriksen can do in the first half, and his confidence is high. He strikes it, and already Areola forced into a good save. Young man from Paris doing very well. His first touch of the ball, an important one.
Entering the field, number 16, Alphonse Areola. Exiting the field, number 15, Gonçalo Guedes.
It was Guedes who went off to make way for Areola. Obviously with Trapp getting sent off. Antoine Bernard is on as well. Chance now for the 10-man PSG to launch an attack, and that was an intelligent ball from Pastore. Tottenham have it covered though. Dembele doing enough.
Here's a strike here, and like you say, it's a good save. Areola, he's only on the pitch and he has to go down low. Good strike from Eriksen. He gets his hand to it, turns it round the post. Again, Tottenham caught, you know, left back up the pitch that time. Big acres of space down the left-hand side. A bit like the goal in the first half down the right-hand side. And like I said, you've got to be careful when you're pushing your full-backs forward to make sure you've got that balance right.
Exiting number 15, Eric Dyer. Entering number 20, Dele.
Well, the woman on the public address is going to be on for a while here with all these substitutions for Spurs. Lloris has gone off, Kyle Walker-Peters off, Carter Vickers off, Anoma off, Eric Dyer off, and Kudu off, and Janssen off. We'll confirm the players on in a moment, but again, loose play, and almost another chance for Dele Alli to open his account. Off target, but a decent chance.
You can see why Paris Saint-Germain have conceded a lot of goals, because offensively they're always dreadful playing his own box again, and he's only on the pitch. Dele Alli, you know, he should really bend that into the top corner with his quality. Just gets too much on it, doesn't whip his foot around it enough. But defending has been really, really poor for Paris Saint-Germain.
Michael Vorm is on in goals for the second half for Tottenham in place of Hugo Lloris. Toby Alderweireld is on at the back. Kieran Trippier, Kevin Wimmer, the Austrian, Dele Alli, we've just seen him in action there. Victor Wanyama, and Harry Kane is also on. Well, the corner kick has been awarded by the referee. Marquinhos argues the toss. Dele Alli. Here's Eriksson. Wimmer. Patient build-up play from Tottenham. Eventually the ball given away though. PSG in these warm conditions with, you know, almost a full half to play, down to 10 men, probably going to have to do a bit of chasing, and it's not ideal. Yeah, I think you'll see what they've done at the moment. It's nice and compact, dropped off Tottenham, let them have the ball in their own half, maybe a little bit into their half, and then go and press it. But great switch of play there. Danger! Oh, and the whistle goes. There was a push in the box there, but Tashan Oakley Booth, the number 46, was coming in on the back post. Yeah, I think it was Dele Alli maybe leans on one of the centre halves here, yeah, and crashes into the other one. So he doesn't need to do that ball. It's a good ball into the box from Tottenham as well, and Dele Alli just leans into the centre half and gives away a free kick. That would have been a big moment for Oakley Booth, but whistle denies him. That's well played by Moussa Dembele in the centre for Tottenham, getting past 1, 2 and then 3 players. He's earned his side a free kick as well, Dembele. Belgian international. Shot from Harry Kane there off target. Good persistent play from Dembele there. Yeah, it's great feed for a big man as well. Just got caught just as he's about to play the ball. Strong in midfield there. Wanyama, Dembele, Eriksson. Like I said at the start of the game, midfield for Tottenham really, really strong. Some technically very good players, and defensively as well, very strong between Wanyama and Dembele, and allow Eriksson to go and play and join up, you know, with the attacking players. But like I said, that area of the pitch for me, Tottenham are really strong. But even tonight, I think you've seen defensively there, as well as Paris Saint-Germain, definitely need to bring in some players, I think, in the defensive area. And maybe up front as well with Harry Kane. Jensen hasn't set the world on fire since he's gone to Tottenham. Son is a very good player. I don't know what the situation with him is going forward, but you know, had a very good season last year for Spurs as well. It's PSG on the attack again. Alderweireld on defensive duty for Tottenham. Here is Jesse, the man from Las Palmas. Gets it back, the Spaniard. Alderweireld doing the needful for Tottenham. Dani Alves on it now. Kimpembe. Goes out to Kurzawa out in that left wing once again. Well, that's marvellous play by PSG. Shot comes in, but an important block once again. Kurzawa. Put out by Trippier. Pastore. Alderweireld again, a safe presence at the centre of that Tottenham defence. Here is Eriksson, over halfway. Harry Kane had to just stall his run there to stay onside.
Yeah, he was just looking to hold his run, like you say. If he went too early, he'd have been offside. But again, Eriksson at the heart of most things that Tottenham do. He pops up and even he does play in that position behind, and he picks up great positions for the ball and links the play really well for Tottenham.
Bit of space for Kurzawa to run into. Aimed it back towards the far post, but offside flag is raised. As you can see, the Spurs fans here in good number.
Yeah, just gone a little bit early that time. Ball in behind. Good line from Tottenham. Linesman's got that one spot on.
It was Antoine Bernade who just drifted offside there, the number 35. Davies has given the ball away. Ambitious cross-field ball towards Pastore. Didn't find his target. Trippier gives it to Alderweireld. This is Wimmer, the Austrian international, to Davies, the Welsh international. Kane making a little run for him, offering an option. Surrounded by a couple of yellow shirts, and Tottenham decide to go backwards. And Bele. Wanyama gives it to Alderweireld. Confident play this from Tottenham, keeping possession of the football. Here's Wanyama again. Nice ball from him as well, out towards Trippier. Good build-up by Tottenham. And Kimpembe with an important header at the back for PSG there. In fact, it must have nicked off a Tottenham head, because it's a PSG throw-in. Kane sharply in. Didn't give Dani Alves any time on the ball there at all. Dani Alves, 100 caps now for Brazil, for the PSG right back. 9 European medals to his name. What experience and mileage does Dani Alves bring to this PSG back four? Kimpembe gets it back from Kurzawa. Didn't have too many options there. Kimpembe. Dani Alves. Grenade gives it back. Mota back to Jesse. He's a combative figure, Jesse. Challenge on Dele Alli is going to earn him a yellow card. The man from Las Palmas.
Yeah, Dembele not happy with the challenge, I think, on Dele Alli. Like I say, Jesse he's only on putting himself about.
He was out on loan with Las Palmas last season.
A poor challenge.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one that could, you know, cause a little bit of damage. He's left the ground, both feet as well. You see here, has a tug of a short force, and then tries to wrap his foot, and he could have done a bit of damage to Dele Alli there, his knee. It's a poor challenge.
A bit unnecessary in a match like this pre-season. But one of the reasons that Las Palmas apparently decided against keeping Jesse was some of his off-field behaviour. And you can just see from that incident there that he just needs to chill his bones a little bit.
Yeah, particularly in a friendly. Look, he's not gone anywhere there, and it's a poor challenge. It's a dangerous challenge. You know, sometimes he accidental, but he's looked like he's wrapped his foot around Dele Alli there, and he could have done a little bit of damage to him. He's moving about, and he seems to be okay.
And that's good news for Tottenham. They certainly do not want to lose Dele Alli pre-season. Alderweireld. Again, Harry Kane was the target, but Kimpembe equal to it. The warm-ups here are pretty modest in Orlando. It's so warm that you don't want the players probably doing too much before they come on.
Nah, it's just make sure that they're stretched and probably ready to go, like you say. Really, really warm. Another good player coming on for Tottenham, came, you know, through the system, and really good for them last year when he played, Harry Winks.
He comes on for Moussa Dembele, whose job is done for the night. But Harry Winks, yeah, he scored his first goal for Tottenham last season against West Ham. His only goal in the league campaign, anyway, Winks. But he's an English under-21 international. Good player.
He is, and he's done well to get into the Tottenham team because there's fierce competition in that area he plays in. You know, he's tidy footballer, keeps the ball, keeps it ticking over really well. I don't think he's going to score loads of goals, but really good footballer, confident on the ball.
Big Spurs fan as well. Winks, as a young boy in Hempstead, he was a Tottenham supporter. That's a good ball towards the back post, and Kane was there, and the shot a little wild from Trippier.
Yeah, like you say, good play from Davis down the left-hand side. Swings into the back post, just taking off Harry Kane's head, and Trippier's just a little bit wild with the strike. Maybe just pull that back across the goal rather than have a shot from there. Difficult angle to score from, but good play from Davis again down the left-hand side.
Important header as well from Kurzawa as the ball was heading towards Harry Kane. Dani Alves doesn't want to get caught in possession there. Alves again, another little casual ball on the edge of his box, and PSG get away with it this time. And now Alves bursting forward over halfway into Tottenham territory. Yes, gives it to Dani Alves, and Alves gives the ball away. Poor old Dele Alli is coming in for a bit of treatment.
Anytime he's got the ball, there's been a player around him, and like you say, he's taking a few hefty challenges at the moment. Alves giving the ball away a little bit cheaply. I know it's only his second game, probably getting used to playing with his teammates as well, but great attacking trap from him. But I think you're looking at, it's a great little ball, but linesman flag is up against Harry Kane. But you're looking at Alves coming into the team. Is he going to make them better defensively? Probably not. Attacking wise, yeah, it gives them a tremendous option, but defensively they look like they need to get one or two players into them key positions at centre half, maybe one, and you know, because they've given up a lot of chances in this game. Like we spoke about earlier on, they've conceded a lot of goals last season, again robbed in possession.
It's Wanyama who strikes, and Areola gets down low to make the save, but again losing possession cheaply and giving Tottenham a chance. Yeah, there was always that question about Dani Alves, even though he is so decorated with 9 European medals in his cupboard. Even when he was at Barcelona, that, you know, he was great going forward, but maybe defensively
he didn't have to do too much defensively.
Well, that's true.
That much of the ball, particularly in the home games, but at European level, he probably get found out at times defensively, like you say.
Tottenham on the break again. Dele Alli on the edge of the box, strikes, and Areola makes the save again. Dele Alli maybe had a couple of other options there.
Yeah, again, poor play from Paris Saint-Germain. Give the ball away cheaply in midfield, and 5 Tottenham players getting at the back forward. Dele Alli can maybe slip Harry Kane in. You know, decides to go for it. He walked the goalkeeper. He's got working better from that, from where he was, and another good chance for Tottenham.
Free kick awarded to Paris Saint-Germain. Alderweireld just mistiming that challenge slightly on Matuidi. A reminder, if you're just joining us, that PSG down to 10 men after Kevin Trapp, the goalkeeper, was sent off for handling the ball outside his box. Alphonse Areola on in his stead. I think we're going to see a raft of changes now for PSG as the game drifts past the hour mark. Marquinhos gives it to Bernade. Thiago Motta, the captain. This is Kimpembe. Kimpembe made his Champions League debut against Barcelona in that 4-0 win last February. Dani Alves combining with Motta. continuing to try to play it out from the back, PSG.
Yeah, they got some smashing centre midfield players as well. Like we said, talk about Thiago Motta and Pastore, Matuidi, you know, good players, all want to get on the ball, all available all the time. But for me, overplaying at times, sometimes, you know, in really dangerous areas, and Tottenham have pressed them really well.
This is Dani Alves. Switches the play over towards Kurzawa. Pebwe. Alves is looking for a back. Gets it. Thiago Motta. Loose ball from Motta. And Tottenham can build on that one. Pastore wins it back for Paris Saint-Germain. The Argentine did well there. Here is Pastore again, the scorer of the second equaliser. Well, I suppose you'd call it the first equaliser for PSG, because they did take the lead in the game through Cavani. They led 1-0. Tottenham made it 2-1. 2 goals from Eriksen and Dyer. And then Pastore with the equaliser on 37 minutes, making it 2-2. Wanyama coming deep for it. Davies. Winks. To Trippier. Winks gets it back. Wanyama. Davies. Tottenham just moving the ball around, trying to make use of the extra man.
Yeah, they've had a little change of shape as well. They've gone with 3 sort of in midfield with Wanyama, Winks and Passion Oakley, and Ali and Eriksen just behind Harry Kane, trying to make use of that little area in behind where they are a little bit short, Paris Saint-Germain now.
Foul committed by Ben Davies. I want to see a number of changes now along the sidelines. Caligari coming on. He was one of the players who scored in that penalty shootout against Roma. Also coming on, Christopher Nkunku, number 24. Caligari is 34. He's number 34, he's only 19, Caligari.
Substitution for Paris Saint-Germain in the 67th minute. Entering the field, number 11, Angel Di Maria. Exiting number 10, Javier Pastore. Entering number 24, Christopher Nkunku. Exiting number 32, Dani Alves. Entering number 34, Lorenzo Caligari. Exiting number 8, Thiago Motta. And entering the field, number 17, Yuri Boucher. Exiting number 20, Lehman Kurzawa.
So 4 changes there for PSG. Caligari, Nkunku, Berchic coming on. And of course Angel Di Maria as well. And what a threat he'd be, and a shot comes in from Jesse. Michael Vorm is able to watch it go over. First piece of real attacking threat we've seen from PSG in a while.
Yeah, yes, he rubbed the ball on the halfway line and didn't really have too much support, so he had to go alone, got onto his right foot, you know, was always rising over the bar. Broom had it well covered, I think, at that stage. But first real attacking threat, like you say, they've, you know, soaked up a bit of pressure at the moment, getting plenty of men behind the ball, and obviously trying to counter-attack against Tottenham.
Here's Davies facing up to Nkunku. Harry Kane. Kane with the low cross, a real opportunity for Tottenham to go 3-2 ahead there. Here's Dele Alli, the shot is blocked. It was Kimpembe with the important block at the back for PSG there. And a chance for Angel Di Maria to break, and immediately He's fouled by Alderweireld.
Yeah, it's a welcome to the game for Di Maria. Say Alderweireld just went straight through him. He's not happy about the yellow card, but another good chance for Tottenham that time is, say, Harry Kane did really well, squared it into the box. But here you see the challenge from Alderweireld. Yeah, I suppose it's
another one of those good fouls for the team.
Yeah, on the halfway line is a bit like the one in the first half of Mota. Here you see Kane down the side. Great little ball around the 6-yard box. It's Eriksson, I think, coming in. No, it's not Eriksson. It is Eriksson. Yeah, he got a touch on it. I don't think he believed himself that he was getting there, and probably should have scored. But another good chance for Spurs.
Of course, with so many changes in this second half, it's probably difficult in terms of the rhythm of the game for both teams.
Yeah, it's lost its shape a little bit, like you say. Players trying to get used to each other now as well, and so many changes, difficult. But it's about game time and getting players onto the pitch.
It was almost a very good ball from Alderweireld. It was covered by Beršić.
They've cost themselves so many problems at the back, Paris Saint-Germain, whether it's poor passing or being pressed really high, or the goalkeeper struggling on the ball. And Tottenham have had a lot of chances in the game. After a poor start from Tottenham, they've really grown into the game.
Christian Eriksen gives it out to Davies. Winks made the run. Davies opted inside, and here's Eriksen, a chance to shoot again. He hits the target. Ooh, it's just off target.
Yeah, been impressed with Davies tonight. I think he's been very good in that left back position. Got himself forward, has defended well, and again into that man Eriksen. Great ball into him. And here you see a good touch, and he has his keeper scrambling here, and it's not too far away again from Eriksen.
Well, he's already scored one absolute belter tonight, Christian Eriksen. That was not too far away. Areola was scrambling. I don't think he was going to get it. Again, Angel Di Maria.
Yeah, he's had 2 kicks at the ball, and he's had 2 kicks from a Tottenham player. He's been down on the turf both times.
And Kunku gives it inside. Yese, little layoff for Matuidi. Angel Di Maria is just ahead, and he's on it now. The Argentinian international into the box. Angel Di Maria. Good block though. Trippier. He is the man there, Trippier, in shot, who's most likely to replace Kyle Walker at right back.
Yeah, I would think so. I think he's waited. He's been patient enough. He's had to wait since his move, and he is a good player. Big test for him this season, to hold down that spot after Walker going. But obviously the manager has faith in him. He's let Walker go, and maybe couldn't turn down the money that they offer for him. But Trippier is a good player. There's no doubt about that.
Here's Kimpembe with the long ball forward, and the defensive allowed. Yese through, and the ball just goes wide at the post. It was actually Bernard who was through there. Almost got on the end of it.
Yes, poor play initially from both centre halves, Spurs and
Wimmer and Alderweireld allowing that ball.
Yeah, I think it's over the come back off him, or is it to go out for a corner kick? But poor play, and Bernard probably should have done better with that.
Came on as a sub for Yese Bernard during the week in the game against Roma. There's Angel Di Maria with the corner kick. Misses everybody. Kimpembe. That's a good cross from the centre half. Tottenham dealt with it in the end, but decent ball in from Frenel Kimpembe. Again, the ball over the top catches Tottenham out. And Warren was happy to collect that shot. Was it Blaise Matuidi? End-to-end stuff at the Camping World Stadium in Orlando, where it remains PSG 2, Tottenham 2. 16.5 minutes to go. The crowd have been really entertained by this game. There's been lots of chances, some good goals, some crazy goals, a bit of everything. Quick thinking from Dele Alli there, but Harry Kane caught offside.
Yeah, he just went a little bit early. You'd like to see it again, but you've seen him. He was on the shoulder centre half. Knew Dele Alli was tuned into him. Tried to play the ball in behind. Quick free kick, but just maybe half a yard too early.
This is Nkunku, just 19 years of age. Came through the PSG academy. Nkunku. Here he is in possession once more. He's actually been at the club since he was about 10 years of age.
It was good to see that, isn't it? You know, all the money that they are spending or threatening to spend, that they're still, their academy system is still working for them as well, and Nkunku comes through that, which is great.
It's PSG on the attack again, just unable to get on the end of that one was Jesse.
Yeah, they've been in behind Spurs a little bit in the second half. That ball down the side again, here you see it.
Clever run from Angel Di Maria.
Yeah, and a great run, great ball into the box, just can't get on the end of it.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Due to the high temperature,
Bearing in mind they're down to 10 men, PSG. At least they're giving it a go. Remember, if it remains level at the end of 90 minutes, there will be a penalty shootout, and PSG have already won a penalty shootout this week. They beat Roma, scoring all 5 penalties. Time for that break again, and again, another indication, you know, this hour of the evening, it's still very warm in Orlando.
Yeah, it certainly is, and like you say, the players need a break. You know, just watching the goals again here, but second half probably hasn't been as exciting as the first half. Obviously no goals, but you know, that raft of substitutions, difficult to get a real pattern to the game. Starting to build a little bit now. It doesn't look like, you mentioned Paris Saint-Germain down to 10 men, but it hasn't really looked like that in the second half. You know, Spurs, you know, have started the second half quite well. Limited chances, but again, that Eriksen goal as well worth seeing again. Fantastic strike, and probably his strike in the second half as well has been the highlight. Another good strike from him, just maybe half an inch wide. And again, Trapp's night started bad there, and then obviously went worse in the second half when he got sent off.
He went down the trap door and off the field. Red card for handling the ball outside the box. This was the Paris Saint-Germain equaliser just before half-time. Pastore.
Yeah, good ball again. And Pastore just nice and calm, nice and cool, and just bends it into the top corner. Great finish.
And then this was Trapp's moment of madness. As you say, Pat, I mean, that ball from the back was going to skid through to him easily.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't understand why he's there, because if he's reading the game and he sees that from distance, I think it's Alderweireld plays it, and it's running through to him. It's not one of them where you have to come out because, you know, it mightn't make it. It's coming, like you say, it's skidding through to him, straight into his hand, and he just finds himself in a really poor position.
So while the players take on some liquids, the Mexican wave makes its way around the Camping World Stadium in Orlando. The crowd have really enjoyed this, and it's coming around now this side. Here comes. Oh, myself and Pat getting involved. And why not? Harry Kane hasn't seen too much of the ball, but with the play so broken in this second half, hasn't been as much opportunity to impress. 33,322 the crowd in Orlando for this game. Wanyama winks. Davies again offering himself as an option. It's picked up by Dele Alli. Eventually does come out to Ben Davies. Nkunku face. Oh, that's a clever little ball in to Eriksen, who gets it across, but just between Ali and Kane. And Tottenham unable to profit. And now Angel Di Maria on the break. This time Alderweireld makes a clean challenge. Go back to Vorm. Signed for Spurs in 2014 from Swansea. Hasn't had too much game time because Lloris has been just so consistent. Good man to have in reserve, though, that's for sure.
Yeah, difficult to move Lloris from that position. Like I said at the start, he's such an important player for Tottenham. Obviously both in goal, you know, in goal as well, but his feet and his passing is very, very good, the way Tottenham want to play. But again, Davies offering himself up on this left-hand side all night, you know, being very, very good getting forward. He's linked well with Eriksen at times and Dele Alli in the second half.
Here's Alderweireld. All players in the PSG half bar Vorm. And
I think I just put the mockers on him there.
I was just about to say, poor old Davies, after getting so much credit. That wasn't his finest moment in this game, but he has been very, very good.
No, he looked a little bit leggy going for that one. Like I said, he's offered himself. He's been up and down that line. You know, I'm not sure whether he'll play too much longer because he's putting a big shift. Him and Eriksen as well has worked tremendously hard. And only 10 minutes left, so surprising that Ericsson is still on the park, for he's such an influential player for Tottenham. You know, but maybe the manager feels he needs a bit more game time.
Kane inside towards Dele Alli, but the pass just a little bit too much on it, and it comes through to Alphonse Areola. Febway. Keeper opts to launch it out this side towards Nkunku, unable to keep it in play.
You know, you'd like to see the stats of many times they've turned the ball over, Paris Saint-Germain, from the goalkeeper trying to play it into midfield or into fullbacks high up the pitch. You know, it has been a little problem for them in the game in general. It's obviously the way the manager wants them to play, and they continue to do it. You know, but when you have a team like Tottenham who are willing to go and press them high up the park, maybe a lot of teams in France don't press them too high because they're fearful of them, but when you step up against quality like Tottenham have, they're willing to go and press the ball high.
Lovely crossfield ball from Dele Alli there out towards Trippier. Patient build-up from Tottenham. Winks gives it to Wimmer, and then Dele Alli once more. As ever, Davies offering himself up as an option out on the left-hand side and receives. The Welshman gives it back to Winks. Now Wanyama. Shot from distance, and it's a fine goal by Alderweireld. We've seen some cracking goals here tonight, and that's another, and Tottenham lead by 3-2.
Yeah, and he has got that in his locker, like you say. Patient build-up, playing the left-hand side. You know, few short passes. Davies, Dele Alli into Ericsson, back out, and like you say, I think there's a little ball from Wanyama into Alderweireld, and he hits it. Fantastic strike. Not quite as good as Ericsson. You see here, little play, little link-up. He winks into Wanyama, strolls up from the back and puts his right foot through it, and here you see it from behind the goal. Fantastic strike. Goalkeeper might be a little bit disappointed he didn't save that, but it is a fantastic strike from Alderweireld.
Centre half who doesn't score too many goals. He only got one in the league last season for Tottenham, but that evidence of what he's capable of. A man from Antwerp. And if that does prove to be the winner, it will be well worth winning any game. Great strike by Alderweireld. PSG trail 3-2 into the last 10 minutes and down to 10 men. A little bit of a mountain to climb.
Yeah, it's difficult for them now, like you say, they're chasing the game with 10 men. Tottenham might be able to pick them off, but it's probably what Tottenham deserve in the second half. They have been the better side, they've had a few chances. But in fairness to Paris Saint-Germain, they've kept trying to play, trying to probe and press and create some chances themselves, even with 10 men.
Angel Di Maria will keep going, that's for sure. And he will be a threat if they can get the ball to him. Ball comes wide right now, though. Marquinhos gives it to Nkunku. Marquinhos again. Good pressure from Tottenham, though. Didn't give the teenager any option really other than to give it back to his keeper. Kimpembe. And Matuidi doing quite well. Throw in from Yuri Bercic. Almost catching Tottenham out, but they were just alive to the danger. And Yama gives it back to the goal scorer Alderweireld. Davies. No chance for Harry Kane there.
Yeah, it was too straight. The ball was straight between two centre-halves. Goalkeeper read it well that time, stayed in his box and just picked it up on the edge of it. Paris Saint-Germain still trying to play and pass the ball around, create chances. You know, they haven't resorted to trying to get forward quickly.
Well, eventually the referee's whistle blows for that foul on the defender Nkunku.
Yeah, well, Tottenham have done really well. We all know they're a very, very good footballing side. You can see that, but they've pressed the ball really well tonight. They've known Paris Saint-Germain are trying to play out, and they've been able to rob the ball a lot in the second half and create some chances from that. You know, and that's one thing with Pochettino's teams. They do, you know, fitness-wise, they're very, very good, very strong. You know, I know. And here you are, a break again.
Yeah, PSG have given it away, and it's Eriksen. Another shot and another save from Areola, who's been pretty busy since he came on to replace Kevin Trapp. To indicate the pressure that Tottenham have been putting them under in this second half. Here's Winks. Davies. Alderweireld, I think, having a little thought about a second long-range effort there.
He did. He looked at it and lined it up to the end and thought better of. He's a little bit far out that time, but again, good possession from Tottenham. Switched the play from left to right. You know, probing and, you know, hard work now for Paris Saint-Germain for the last 5 minutes. They've had to do a lot of work in the second half and under constant pressure now.
Just picking up that point you were making, Pat, about Nkunku coming through the academy. Likewise, Kimpembe and Areola, 3 of those players have all been at Paris Saint-Germain since they were boys. I think Kimpembe was 9 years of age when he joined them. So here comes Tottenham again, looking for a fourth. They lead 3-2, just under 5 minutes to go in Orlando. Alderweireld, the man who scored that all-important third goal. Good ball by Davies. They're claiming for a handball, and the referee is going to point to the spot eventually.
Yeah, I think the linesman is the one. I don't think the referee has seen it, but I think the linesman has been flagging there since the ball went across. And Kane will get a chance to open his account, obviously. I think they're complaining that his hands were down here. No, it's before this, I think. He's definitely not for that. It's for the switch of play to the far side. I don't think it is for this. No, that's just a block with his foot. I think it's from the ball that was switched out wide to Paris Saint-Germain's left-hand side.
The defender, Marquinhos, shakes his head. I think they will claim that they were very close to the Tottenham player when he struck the ball in the box. But Areola is going to face Harry Kane. Harry Kane scored 5 penalties for Tottenham last season in those 29 goals. So what's the betting here, Pat? Does he make it 4-2?
Yeah, I think so. It's been like you say, he hasn't had a lot of the ball tonight since he's come on at half-time, but the keeper's made some good saves as well so far. So we had fancy Kane from there.
3 minutes to go in Orlando. Chance for Harry Kane to make it 4-2. Oh, Harry Kane fires it to the roof of the net. 4-2 for Tottenham. And that is surely game, set, and match.
Yeah, he didn't take any chances there. He just put the ball down, put his laces through it, smashed it down the middle of the goal. Keeper, no chance. And Tottenham fans in the crowd very happy. Here you see it straight down the middle. Just power, pace. Keeper stays where he is. He saves it, but he's just taking a little guess to his left-hand side. But real venom in that shot from Harry Kane. And like all strikers, I know it's only a friendly, but get off the mark, get your goal, get going again. It's just repetitive. The more goals you score, that confidence is there all the time. You can see that with Harry Kane, even with that strike there in the penalty spot. Just put his foot through it, believing he was going to score.
Nice situation for him as well. His team 3-2 up, couple of minutes to go, pre-season. No real pressure on the kick, and as you said, confidence booster for him.
Yeah, it is, and goal scorers will tell you that it doesn't matter where they're even getting them in training or in games, like this friendly games pre-season. Once you score and you're off the mark nice and early in the season, and he's not short of confidence. He finished the season well, obviously with England as well, with a goal against Scotland, so his goal scoring record at the moment is fantastic.
Extraordinary. Of course, he got a couple of goals against France in June in that 3-2 defeat for England as well. So not only for Tottenham, but Harry Kane also finding the net for England as well. You'd have to wonder what his value is now if they were to put a price on him.
Yeah, and he's one of them players, over the years that's been probably taken away from Tottenham when they've got to that level. They've lost a lot of really good players just as they seem to hit form, and obviously we've built the stadium and everything else. Finances might be a little bit tight, but I think it'd have to be a big package to be able to entice him away from there. But he looks like a fella who loves playing for the club. He's a Tottenham fan, he's said that from day one, and it's the other side of football. He's happy. Does he need to move? Much money do you need? Much money do you want? He just seems to be a boy that likes playing for Tottenham because it's his club. You know, so from a Tottenham point of view, I'm sure the supporters are, you know, delighted that he's still there.
Likewise, Dele Alli. They've managed to hold on to everybody really, bar Kyle Walker, Tottenham, and with Trippier replacing him, maybe Kyle Walker mightn't be a huge loss. Certainly, as you were saying, Pat, they're almost overloaded in midfield. They're spoiled for choice, you know, so they have a very, very good squad, and as we saw last season, they weren't a million miles away from the Premier League title. Of just looking at Angel Di Maria going down there, looks like he's injured his knee, perhaps. I don't think there was any contact. It might have been just the way he turned, but his own teammates are playing on, so it's obviously not too serious. Initially, the way he was waving his hands, I was a bit worried. But play continues. We're just going to have 1 minute of additional time at the end of this game.
Yeah, I'm sure the players will be happy with that, particularly Paris Saint-Germain players. You know, have worked tremendously hard in the second half with 10 men. 1 minute added on is probably enough for them.
A reminder that Spurs play Roma on Tuesday in Houston, and then the following day PSG play Juve in Miami, so that'll be another hot one for PSG in Florida. Spurs fans making themselves heard in Orlando, celebrating an opening victory. Remember, after they play Roma on Tuesday, Spurs will then play Man City next weekend, next Saturday in Nashville, before returning home. And there is the final whistle, and Tottenham have won this one by 4-2. Pretty convincing in the end, Pat.
Yeah, Tottenham very good second half. I think Paris Saint-Germain will know they've got to work defensively, but you know, good goals, some very good goals. Obviously Eriksen and Alderweireld, great strikes. Few calamities from Paris Saint-Germain, obviously the goalkeeper and the penalty kick given away, but decent performance from Tottenham. Obviously first game of pre-season, still a bit of work to do defensively for me.
So at the end in Orlando, it is victory for Tottenham by 4-2. Christian Eriksen, Eric Dyer, Alderweireld and Harry Kane from the spot, all on the mark. Cavani and Pastore for PSG. Good workout for both sides, but it's Tottenham with a win under their belts in their opening match in the ICC. 4-2 in Orlando. So a quick recap on the night's events. If you've just joined us a bit late, you've missed a couple of cracking goals. This is where it all started, Pat, with the opener for Cavani.
Yeah, great ball in again, like we said earlier on, and a great finish. Well, simple finish for Cavani, but good ball in from Rabiot, I think it was, and it was his left foot bentering around the back. And here's goal of the night. Eriksen, what a strike. You know, 20-25 yards out, puts his foot through it, dips just under the crossbar, clips the bottom of the crossbar, and a great goal.
Beautiful, beautiful. That'll be the goal of the competition.
Yeah, it'll take some goal to beat that, you would think, and he was very good again tonight, Eriksen. Everything that Tottenham do well, attacking wise. And here's trap number one, mistake, and he said Dyer pressing the ball, put your boot through it, clear your lines. No, you know, he tries to play another little pass, and poor goal to give away.
In fairness to Dyer, he was very aware, and he was quickly up on Trapp and putting him under pressure.
Yeah, and here's the equaliser again. Good play. Pastore just takes his time, steps inside onto his right foot and just curls her into the top corner. Very, very good finish.
So that was 2-2 at the half-time break. And just before half-time, PSG came close to nudging back in front. Cavani testing the keeper. Tottenham also had half chance here with Davies. Trapp doing the needful there. So it remained 2-2 at the break, and then that happened.
Yes, trap number two. Like I said, poor position, straight ball. You know, that's running through to him. Just stay where you are. That runs into the box, and he just gets confused, I think, where he is. And he knows the pace of the ball is actually then going to beat him, so he has to stick his hand out and then sticks the other hand out. So he's played it off both hands, and the referee doesn't have much choice there.